Hey, four-wheel camper people and Chinese diesel heater people. Hey, this is a video from Brian in Pocatello, Idaho on a cold, crisp day in the hood. This is my 2022 Ram Cummins diesel with a 2018 Hawk Shell model that I bought used, brand new truck, used camper. But let's get to the good stuff. So here is the exhaust that we put together for the Chinese diesel heater that we installed. This here is a removable tip that I only put on there when I'm using it. Helps get the condensation and the heat of that exhaust away from the camper and the truck. Under here's the muffler. Routed this thing right along the camper where it gets really hot. When it comes straight out of the floor of the camper, we put some stainless steel sheet metal here just as a barrier. Once it gets halfway through and towards the muffler, we were measuring the temperature about 95 degrees, so certainly not hot enough to do any damage here. I can even touch this exhaust. This wire here actually goes up to my backup camera that would have been on the tailgate of the truck. That's an OEM camera. Works out pretty well. Got to do some stuff with this wiring. Back to the heater. So this is the fuel line coming from the diesel tank of the truck. This is the electrical going to the fuel pump. Both are on quick disconnects, so that when we want to drop this camper off the truck, we can do that really easily. This is the air intake for the heater, and you can just hear that thing just humming away, drawing in fresh, clean, dry air. It's cold here, 20% humidity right now in Idaho. So this is definitely the way to do it. Up underneath the truck, you can see that fuel pump and filter. We put it under here so we don't have to hear that click, click, click all night long. It's working out nicely. And we go into the camper. I'll show you the rest of it. So here's where that nice, hot, dry air is coming out. We're able to drop the humidity in this camper by 30% in just an hour. Went from almost 60% down to even the 20%. It's a little air intake, clean, fresh air intake. And then up here is the controls for the heater. And then, just step this away. Oh, little remote control that works pretty well. Put this door on magnets so that we can get into this compartment when we need to. This is the battery compartment, and here's the diesel heater sitting on a big old piece of sheet metal right on the floor and going straight out. So far so good. The hottest I've measured inside this cabinet when the heater is just cranking away is 85 degrees. So certainly no problems with any of this wiring or the battery. In fact, it might just help the battery. And shoot, while we're in here, let me show you the rest of the camper build. I did this myself. Some nice little cabinets, countertop, sink, place for my partner steel stove, some fresh water from a Rotopax. Back there is the little water pump for the sink, and we're a family of 3, so here's a lower bunk, and of course the upper. We always keep this thing made. I have no idea why people still sleep in sleeping bags when you can have a down comforter or 3 down comforters. Up underneath here, the little toilet cassette, and then I built this little cabinet here. This is where my 5-gallon jug of water goes, and then The water line runs to the sink from there. So we're pretty darn happy with this thing. It's worked out really nicely. Cheers, everyone.